Religious communities in New Mexico are fighting the state's order that included churches in its ban on group gatherings. Legacy Church in Albuquerque was in federal court today after suing the state over its First Amendment right to the freedom of religion. News 13's Annalisa Pardo tells us what happened in court. Annalisa?
Mosaic Legacy Church is asking a judge for a temporary restraining order and then a permanent injunction to overrule the governor's orders and let the church operate at 20% capacity.
We're fighting for just our religious freedoms as a whole, I believe. Just to be treated the same as you would treat a commercial business.
In court, the church argued it should be allowed to have more than 5 people in its building like big box stores. Legacy claims it couldn't put on an online Easter service since it needed about 30 people in the building to make that happen. The state says the church hasn't shown why it can't adapt services to comply with state orders, something the church says it shouldn't have to do.
And some people can say, well, you don't need 30. Well, I mean, I don't know why the state would dictate to me what I need. And I think the judge made a point that if that's their normal way of doing church, and I think our attorney did too, then how do you dictate that you can't do church the way you normally do?
Meanwhile, the Bishop of Las Cruces is lifting its ban on the public celebration of Mass. He says priests can now hold in-person Mass as long as it follows state guidelines like social distancing and having fewer than 5 people. Under the lifted ban, priests are also allowed to do drive-through masses. Now, we reached out to the Archdiocese of Santa Fe to see if they're considering lifting a ban for public celebration of Mass, but we did not hear back.
Okay, Annalisa. We're expecting the judge to decide tomorrow on Legacy's request to at least temporarily exempt the church from the state's 5-person group limit.